There's one thing that will predict when an avoidant will shut you out before they actually do it. And it's not when you get too close, and it's not when you ask for more. It actually happens before that, right at the moment when you start feeling the most comfortable. All right, on YouTube, I'm famous for championing this concept of an avoidant death wheel. It's basically this endless cycle that most avoidants are trapped in. There's 8 stages to it. The avoidant wants someone to love them. They find someone and convince themselves that all their problems are over. They start noticing some worrying things. They start thinking of leaving. They actually leave the relationship. Then they go through a period of separation, elation. They start to feel a little bit lonely. They wonder why this always happens to them, and then they hit reset. They'll find someone new, maybe they'll start over with you again and repeat the entire thing. Now, I want to draw your attention to stage 3. The I'm starting to notice some worrying things stage, because this is the moment everything starts to shift, not because the relationship has actually changed, but because they have. The moment the honeymoon high of stage 2 wears off and emotional safety starts creeping in, their brain goes on red alert and they start scanning for flaws. They'll nitpick, or they'll convince themselves that you're not the one who they thought you were, or worse, that you're starting to expect something from them. It's not about you being too much. It's about them no longer being able to hide. That's why they shut you down right when you feel safe, because to them, safety actually isn't comforting. It's threatening. And it means intimacy is very much on the horizon. And their default setting is intimacy equals danger. Now, what do you do when this starts happening to you? Well, most people panic. They sense the shift, the avoidant goes quiet, pulls back, suddenly there's less eye contact, fewer texts, more emotional distance, and the anxious brain goes, I need to fix this right now. So you over-explain, you try harder, you initiate every conversation, you beg them to open up. But with avoidance, that approach is like struggling in quicksand. The more you thrash, the faster you sink, because to them, your panic confirms their worst fear, that closeness equals pressure, that love equals obligation, that intimacy means they're about to lose themselves. So what do you do instead? You do the opposite. You stop proving you're safe and you start becoming less available. You mirror their distance. You soften your presence. You become a little harder to read, a little bit more self-contained, because the only thing that makes an avoidant feel safe again is realizing they don't have to protect themselves from you.